Hello everyone. How are you doing today? Apa khabar semua? Baik. Firstly, I just want to say that it's good to be back in Sabah. Some may think that Saddiq datang masa pilihan raya saja. You can ask Ginger. Even when I was in the ministry, KBS before, I remember even though I'm from Johor, a lot of Johorians were complaining that I visited Sabah more than my own state. Every month, I'll come down to Sabah because I always believe that it's time for us to export Sabah qualities, Sabah politics to Semenanjung, not the other way around. Why do I say this? I came down to Sabah 2 days ago. And immediately when I touched down, arrived at the airport, I saw a very big banner. You may have seen it. Photo of Shafi Abdal, the Chief Minister, and with a very important quote, which is that we should not just serve a particular religion or a particular race. That our unity and diversity is our strength. That as a collective, we are a lot more stronger and we should not be divided because of race and religion. And I was truly touched by that. Because rarely will you see this kind of narrative of unity, diversity, being spread across Malaysia. But in Sabah, it's seen as a positive trait, a quality which should be carried out by all politicians, leaders, civil societies, something which bind us and tie us together as Malaysians, regardless of state, regardless of ethnicity, regardless of religion. And I appreciate that a lot. And I believe that is truly the strength which Malaysia has. You know, enough of the politics of divisions, hate, extremism. In reality, as young people, despite the fact that we may be born into a different religion, that the color of our skin may be different, but we share more commonalities with one another. We care about the cost of living, we care about quality education, we care about jobs and the quality of those jobs. Despite the fact that we may not come from the same race or religion, but these are things which unite us. So let us focus on these issues. Do not allow politicians to divide us because of race and religion, and challenge those who seek to destroy democracy. I will never forget. I'll never forget the day in which the change in government happened because of major defections, and I cannot imagine it happening in Sabah at first. I always thought that, alah, kalau ada yang lompat mungkin 1-2 orang saja. Sabah state government had 2/3 support, 2/3 majority, and yet 13 state legislative assemblymen could jump. What signal are we sending to Malaysians, to Sabahans down there, if we don't reject this form of politik? Politik katak, politik yang tidak bermaruah, politik yang tidak berintegriti. What are we saying about Malaysian democracy if you allow these kind of practices to continue? So always remember, why are we where we are at today? That we're forced to go into a state election at the middle of a term. It is because assemblymen decide to sell their soul, principles and consciousness due to money, power and the politics of greed. I believe that the Sabah state election is a unique election because its impact is not just in Sabah. The reality is its impact is nationwide. It is a choice whether you want to support politik katak dan politik melompat ataupun politik bermaruah, politik berprinsip, politik berintegriti. Adakah kamu mahu memilih politik wang, kuasa dan kedudukan ataupun politik yang bermaruah? Adakah kamu mahu lihat Malaysia di mana kita membina lebih banyak jambatan di antara satu sama yang lain, tidak kira agama, tidak kira bangsa, ataupun Malaysia membina lebih banyak tembok yang memisahkan kita di antara kaum, agama dan bangsa? Realitinya saya agak yakin, walaupun saya bukan orang Sabah, bahawa masa depan kita berkait rapat dengan satu sama yang lain. Mungkin saya tidak satu agama dengan kamu atau bangsa dengan kamu, tetapi impian kamu sama dengan impian saya, kerana kami mahu bekerja keras, bertungkus lumus untuk memastikan bahawa Malaysia, negara kita bersama, kekal maju. So I really hope that in this election, that you will turn up in throws. Do not feel disenchanted. And I know some of you may think that yes, we may have not been perfect. We have had our fair share of mistakes. And we shouldn't be shy to accept the fact that we have made our fair share of mistakes. But the fact is, it's very hypocritical that the other side can say, apa kamu dah lakukan dalam tempoh masa 22 bulan? I like to ask them back, what have they done in the decades in which they control government? Berpuluhan tahun. Tetapi kita lihat orang sama yang menjerit ketuanan Melayu, tetapi di bumi Sabah, 1/4 bumi putera Sabah masih tinggal di bawah paras kemiskinan. It's very ironic that they scream for Malay supremacy, but at the same time, the rate of poverty among bumi putera Sabah is still very high. The reality is, I believe that we should all be united in this cause. Reject gutter politics, reject the politics of divisions, reject the politics of katak melompat, and make sure that in the end we are united for the politics of unity, the politics of consciousness and integrity, which binds us all together. I have faith that if the people of Sabah sense a clear, resounding truth that Warisan plus government stands and comes in with an even more decisive majority, I will not be shocked that it will send a clear signal to federal government and those in Semenanjung that the politics of race and religion have no place in Malaysia, but most importantly, that it's time for us to treat Sabah as equal partners to Malaysia in a federal level. I think this is time for us to come together, to unite and send a clear signal that we Malaysians are stronger together. Thank you very much for having me here. It's a pleasure. Again, I always have so much fun when I come to Sabah because ceramah je 5 minit saja. Tapi lepas ni pergi main bola, ada menari. I mean, I enjoy Sabah a lot and campaigning in Sabah a lot. So, I look forward to seeing you all again next week. I'll be coming down. And I hope that you all come out to vote. Not just to vote, tapi kalau boleh panggil adik, abang, keluarga, atuk, nenek untuk keluar mengundi sekali. Kerana akhirnya bila kita pergi ke peti undi, jangan I don't think we are yang berhormat. In reality, kita yang berkhidmat. We owe it to you. We are working for you and not the other way around. Myself, YB Ginger, we've had our fair share of sacrifices. It's easy to just join the other side. It's easy for Datuk Seri Shafi. In reality, I can tell you, if he had taken the easy way out to pledge support to Perikatan government, this would not have happened. But he wanted to promote the politics of principles. He doesn't want to just kowtow and sell his soul. And he wanted to fight and fight the good fight. I think this is why we must stand with him. I will stand firmly with him because I know him as a leader, not just for Sabahans, but in the future, I believe that he will be a leader for all Malaysians. Thank you very much, everyone. Okay.